Do-Rag Wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen and friends, and welcome to Earthdate Y2k19.05.01. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. In memory of John Singleton, filmmaker, artist, activist, just in his 50s, too young to die. Two of his films that I most remember and that had the most impact on me were Boys in the Hood and Rosewood. Boys in the Hood went beyond simply being a coming-of-age story. Its heartbreaking message that we need community and family to protect us against poverty, despair, and naked racial hatred resonates with me every moment. Rosewood is an historical drama about the murderous pogrom staged by jealous and dirt-poor white people against their more prosperous black neighbors down in Rosewood, Florida during the turbulent and racially violent 1920s. That era saw the revival of the KKK, as well as an increase in the racial violence, including lynchings. When I was teaching my movies and media class, I was able to screen Rosewood with slight edits which contained sexual acts and nudity. I left all the violence intact because that was the point of the movie, to give students an idea of what life for black people was like in this country during the 100-year period after the end of slavery, the Jim Crow era. And I was showing this to all my students in my media classes. There was white students, black students, Latino, Asian, everybody. And to show a movie like Rosewood to middle school students, which shows graphic violence against human beings, against black people in this case, I made sure to prepare my students for what I was going to show them. You can't just throw a movie like that in and just sit there and relax. When I was teaching movies and media, I wanted to really, hopefully, seed and create young filmmakers who would come up and understand that when you're looking at a movie, you're reading an image. Books, you're reading the words. In movies, you're reading an image. Moving images, in fact. They're telling you a story. So when I was going to show this movie, and it's the disturbing movie, and I have to tell you, there was a time I was a little unprofessional in watching the movie with my students. When I saw things, I got so caught up in it, I really almost lost it. Certain things happened in that movie. I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's certain things that happen in that movie that will make you disturbed, very angry. And that's just one of the horrible race riots spawned by white people against blacks during the 1920s. Neither Boys in the Hood nor Rosewood pull any punches. You will feel their message down to the bases of your spines. And maybe after we view these works of art, we can grow some more spine to stand up against the racist turds who would wish to recreate the era of blood-drenched Jim Crow again. I had an idea for a movie I wanted to write to share with Mr. Singleton, but now I am too late. Inspired by his work on Rosewood, I wanted Mr. Singleton to follow up with an historical drama about the destruction of the Black Wall Street in Greenwood, Oklahoma, an area near Tulsa during, as Rosewood, the horrific 1920s. If you study this incident, you will learn that after a black man innocently bumped into a white woman while he boarded an elevator so that he could use the bathroom because his work area had none, 3 days later, more than 400 or more people, men, women, children, babies, their pets, their homes, their community decimated by deputized KKK hit squad. These murderers made sure to cordon off the entire community, trapping those inside so that the haters could do their worst. It is important that we don't forget the dark side of our history and those who were persecuted, enslaved, raped, and murdered simply because of the color of their skin. Maybe someone watching this broadcast will write the screenplay that I failed to and create a compelling movie about this historical moment in U.S. African American history. I am sorry that John Singleton had to die while the birther racist creep Trump is still in office. But that should not stop us from remembering a great filmmaker, artist, and teacher who made us, through his films, walk in the shoes of the downtrodden and the oppressed. He stripped away the ugliness of racism, uncovered the myth that we are in a post-racial world, and taught me personally the heroism of those who are fighting to take us out of the swamps of our own making. R.I.P. John Singleton. I will miss you.